I was just thinking about my assistant coach, Dan. I coached my son for 8 years when he was growing up, and it was the best. It was. We got our asses handed to us a lot because I always got the fresh kids that just started playing, didn't know how to kick a ball, and we'd get hammered by all these half professional kids that the other coaches would handpick, that kind of thing, right? But my kid would always stick with me. He's so awesome. But yeah, my assistant coach, man, he got coach of the year for California, and I wrote a letter for him on as a recommendation because he's awesome. I mean, literally, he did all the paperwork. He was like my secretary, and all I had to do is yell at the kids and get them to run and get them to play and love themselves and have a great time. And every time they got their butts handed to them, I'd have to cheer them up and be their counselor and their best friend, their buddy, and I'd cheer them fuck up because it was just we got handed like 12-2 one time. And that's maybe a baseball score. That's not good for soccer or football in Europe. But yeah, that was terrible. These kids were like Eastern European, man. I was like, are you sure your kids are the same age as mine? My kids are about to fight him. Their kids almost fought me. They were so pissed off because my son scored finally that they just wanted to fight me. They were like fucking crazy. But that's just how it happens in competition when there's not fair, sportsmanship. But you want to have, trophies. And this whole everybody gets a trophy is probably a bad idea because everybody needs to learn how to lose. And you shouldn't be able to stack the deck, but a lot of guys do. But anyway, but yeah, to my assistant, Coach Dan, you're awesome. And I don't like putting last names because. But yeah, Coach of the Year for California one year. And I was like, because I heard he was up for it, and I was like, hell yeah, let me write something. And because I wrote something, it was awesome. I was like, I almost cried. I was like, it's so beautiful. But yeah, he was awesome, man. Seriously, I didn't have to do nothing but just hang out. And these kids would show up for practice after they got their asses handed to them, and that was when I was like, you guys are so. I was more impressed than anything, because you get your a lot of one mom pulled her kid off my team in 8 years, and she was like, I didn't pay for my kid to lose. I was like, well, there you go, babe. One kid. The rest just stuck up. I mean, even if they're an ass whooping like 12-2, they showed up. I was like, you guys are mighty. How awesome are you? I literally just spent 10 minutes just telling them how amazing they are for just showing up after getting asses handed to them like that. And then, you know what we did? We just played. We just played a fucking. I'm like, we're just going to have fun. I just threw the ball in the middle of the field. I said, go. We had a great fucking practice. That's how you do it. Anyway, I love you and have a wonderful day.